my name is Kendall Wernet. Today I am speaking to you, making this video blog for my New Student Dialogue. I most recently attended a New Student Dialogue entitled Second Happiest Campus, a Dialogue on Mental Health. Going to the meeting, I was going to hopefully learn a lot about the mental health on campus and how a lot of students don't understand what a lot of other students are going through. And in addition to that, I wanted to be able to connect with others and learn from my personal experiences what I can do better for myself and for the community at Clemson. For the New Student Dialogue, we started out by comparing the differences between a debate, a discussion, and a dialogue. And we realized a debate is more about proving your points, not necessarily listening to others' points, but just finding your own point being the right one. We wanted to maintain a dialogue, which is listening to others, comparing and contrasting ideas, and talking on a really friendly level. And I believe we did a good job of achieving that, especially on a topic that can be very touchy at times, talking about people's mental health and possibly problems that they faced. And so there were many active voices in the group, a few people that did not speak up as much, but I think it was okay because the two group leaders did a very nice job of managing that. And not only did we talk in one big group of 30 or so people, we also broke down into smaller groups. And in these smaller groups, we discussed more personal issues, like things that you've dealt with in the past. Like I talked about a personal health issue that I have conquered, and I would not have felt comfortable telling that to 30 people. It's a lot easier just to talk to 3 other people. And so I thought we did a good job of making those reserved voices speak up and have something to say. So that was kind of the role I played in this dialogue. I was listening to what everyone had to say, and I also spoke up when needed to, but I also really just wanted to listen to what other people had experienced, had observed over time, and I did not feel comfortable at first speaking up, but I gained that over time. Like listening to other people open up made me realize I too can open up. So we did a lot of activities at the New Student Dialogue. One was doing your social identity, and we had this worksheet right here. It's like a little pie chart, and what we did was talk about our ethnicity, social economic class, gender, race, all things like that, and how they affect who we are and can affect our mental abilities and how people treat us. And then we went in to talk about stereotypes and other things like that. And so this really opened people up a lot because it made me and others realize that a thing as simple as your age can affect how people treat you and can change your health as well. So I have one health problem that affects me, and that was the main thing I talked about, while others talked about things like their economic class. Like some people aren't as poor or wealthy as others, and that can really affect how they go about their college lifestyle or go about getting jobs or having to work and go to school. And so going to this meeting made me realize all these things that I wasn't aware of before, that it can be a lot harder time to get to college and maintain those good grades and afford college. So after we talked about, or we used this pie chart, we talked in small groups and went back to large groups, so you could talk about whatever you want in your small group, feel comfortable with that. And then get in a large group and maybe not feel as comfortable, but still listen to the mentors or the leaders talk, listen to some others talk. And then we moved on to one of our final activities, in which we covered a lot of mental illnesses that people face nowadays. And these included like ADHD and other illnesses that really affect people mentally. But the purpose of this activity was not to just learn about these mental illnesses, but to realize that they may have something wrong with them, but just looking at the person, you cannot realize that there's something wrong with them. We had to draw a picture. It was our assignment. And we tried to draw pictures of people looking crazy, people looking OCD, people just like being organized. But really, all these people just look like a normal person. And that was the purpose of that exercise. And we realized that people can be very judgmental nowadays. And that's something that we need to get over, especially in a college scenario where you get a very diverse group of people. And so, as you can tell, like I took a lot out of this New Student Dialogue. There was a lot of conversation, a lot of thought put into this. I thought the leaders did a great job getting the points across and helping me realize that I face problems that other people don't face, and then other people face many more problems than I do, and I need to be more aware of the health problems that they face and more considerate, not make stereotypes, not make generalizations as often. And so I think the Student Senate dialogue is very effective for me, and I'm glad I went, and thank you very much. Hope you enjoy this conversation.